that we got there and we were sitting there and somehow we still didn't feel free. Sitting in his school, still didn't feel free. Reading his book, still didn't feel free. On his television, still didn't feel free. In his plays, still didn't feel free. Everything we did still didn't give us the sense of being free, because we knew that something was still missing. Now, as we come to the end of this 20th century, we are in a period of real complexity, because all tangible evidence suggests we ought to be free. Ain't no chains, no plantation, no laws prohibiting you from voting for who they want you to vote for. All right. No barriers to going to whatever school you want to try to go to. Any book you want to read, you can read it. Turn on TV, colored people everywhere, doing all the things that white folks do. Being molested, learning how to molest, having dysfunctional families, being psychoneurotic. We got them all. Listen. We got them all. Negroes on the Supreme Court, married to white women. So what you want? What's the complaint? What's the dissatisfaction now? We have Negro editorialists and journalists who get in the newspaper and write penetrating editorials to argue against the continued victimization, preoccupation with being victimized, because the content of the character is what really counts rather than the substantive realization that we are really free. Listen. We have right-wing conservative Republicans who tell the Negroes they ought to shut up and stop complaining. They got everything they need. They're just addicted to complaint. Complain. I'm free, you free, what you want to be. It's all there, because now it's not as tangible anymore. That's right. But the majority of folks still know something is wrong. That's right. Every time you look at a statistic that reflects negative things, we at the top. Dying from cancer, we at the top. Dying from AIDS, we at the top. Highest poverty, we at the top. Most welfare, we at the top. Everything that has to do with death, destruction, degradation, destruction of our lives and our children's lives, we at the top. And even though we have representatives who look like us, sitting at every high peak of authority, the bottom line is that we are still primarily plantation-existing Negroes. That is the bottom line reality. So the question becomes, well, it answers one question. It lets us understand why it is so difficult now to get most of our people to understand there's a problem. Because an illusion has been created. An illusion has been created that we now are just like everybody else. So the Irish say, you're no different from me. The Italians say, you're no different from me. Even the Jews say, you're no different from me. We all in the same boat. We all are just struggling to make it now. And most of our people have come to believe that that's the way it is. Not most of them, many of our people. Many of our people, they believe that that's the way it is. So when you come to them and say, look, we got to get free. Time's running out. Our condition is getting worse. They say, what are you talking about? Oprah is one of the richest people in America. What are you talking about? We got Montel, Les Brown, all of Burtis, all of them now on TV. We on the air tonight, Search for Tomorrow, All My Children. What do you mean, Medical Center? We got special episodes with us. We've had the Cosby Show. We got everything. What do you mean? We've got PhDs, LLDs, DMs, MDs. You name the D, we got all the D's. What you mean? What are you concerned? What are you talking about? So it becomes extremely difficult to get them to understand that those are illusions. Illusions that have been created to keep us pacified, quiet, and stupid about our condition. Now, 400 years of systematic conditioning has created a mental condition that no longer makes plantations necessary, no longer makes chains necessary, no longer makes dogs necessary, no longer makes segregation necessary, no longer requires any of those external circumstances. That the conditioning and the illusion has created such a situation so that you now operate in your own enslaving interests. We are now in 1993 our primary source of enslavement. Let me say that again. Now, I know this comes difficult for some because we like to, even those of us who are fairly aware of what's happening, we like to say the white folks holding us back. I got news for you. White folks are almost powerless. They have created such a mess in this world, they can't hold themselves back anymore. Listen, their children are crazy, their families are dysfunctional, they are polluted, they are toxic, they are addicted, they're insane, and they're broke. The only thing that's keeping them working is the illusion. There's an illusion that there's still wealth in this country, even though there are trillions of dollars in debt. There's an illusion that they still have power to control only because the ones who are being controlled accept their control. There's an illusion that they still have genius and creativity only because we continue to give them authority over us in areas of genius and authority. They continue to believe they have the power of leadership only because we attribute and give them the power of leadership. I have news for you. Their power is done with. And the only reason we're in the condition we're in is because it's up here. It's up here. The enslavement in our minds has us perpetuating a condition that has been over now for decades.
And fulfill sacrifice. We live and expand